As Partia stood there, Valdim gripped tightly in his hands, drenched in the blood of his foes, he wondered where it went. Where was that glint of gold gilding riding around on that shining steed? Where in Aserai's name was that most unholy Unkid? His answer later came, aided by battle reports and a memory still processing that whirlwind of a battle. Unkid had fallen, wounded but not killed, in the battle. Partia knew it was not by his own hand, for he had frantically searched the riders as best he could. Maybe it is time I think of using a slower mount, he mused a little louder than he intended. He recalled, thinking back, having seen the tyrant several times, yet he failed to notice due to the breakneck speed with which his horse seemingly flew. His beloved laid her hand on his, gently, and her fingers found their way around so she could grasp his hand. As Partia looked at her, through his haze of battle recollection, he was met with an intense stare, one that snapped him back to Calradia, his sacred Aserai's lands. "My love," she said gently, "you must, for the sake of those you lead, stay grounded here and now. Do not get distracted, or we will surely all meet Aserai face to face soon thereafter. I implore you, please, let there be peace as long as it can last. Strengthen the lands and the people, store food supplies for the inevitable storm that shall ensue now that the Battanians can no longer provide a diversion. We must take time to prepare while our allies rebuild, or we will be fighting this war on our own. That prophecy you spoke of a few weeks ago, I feel that we are on the verge of reaping the doom it tried to warn of." With that, Partia settled into the circle of thought that he always did when his top council bent his ear. Surely, he would have much to consider. But first, he decided it was time to consider the roast pheasant and potatoes that had been set before him. As he grabbed his goblet, Lady Ottawa picked up the decanter and topped off his wine, doing so with the most blatant of grace and while locked eye to eye with him. "Yes," Partia mused gently, "you are going to make me reconsider things while we sleep, aren't you?" The response was whispered as softly in his ear as a spring's midday breeze. "If I let you sleep, then surely there will be more war." Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back from the chapter The Adventures of Partia al-Eat in Bannerlord. What were these halls worth? Unkid sits uncomfortably within the walls of Gau's castle, as Partia sits uncomfortably outside. The war tent, normally a place to discuss strategy and tactics before an assault, has instead turned into a battlefield itself. On one side, Partia. On the other, the Ashkas. Why pay in lives when we can have Unkid pay in gold? What foolish hubris forces the Sultan to abandon a trusted strategy? To circumvent the calls of his council for peace? No. Peace must be had. Unkid can keep his castle in the north. He will be stripped of it by the Khuzait or the Battanians. He is no longer our primary threat, and we should not let him distract us from the true dangers of our world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bannerlord. Whether it is the nobles of the Ashkas, the council, or the greater council, it seems the vast majority of people involved wish to see an end to this war. Partia and perhaps one or two members of the council are hoping that this war will continue to its, well, for some preferred conclusion, but for others clearly not. But alas, there is certainly strength in, in everything we see over here. More or less all of our nobles are against the continuation of this war. The entirety of the council in-game is against the continuation of this war, and as I was implying, the vast majority of you in the comments are also against the continuation, or dare I say completion, of this war. We have the upper hand, but, at what cost will we take this castle? We aren't prepared well enough. We don't have everything we usually have. We have one siege tower, maybe a handful of ladders. We're up against, walls that still stand tall. We're up against catapults. We will certainly take losses. And what happens if, let's say hypothetically, we win the castle, and then immediately the Khuzait declare war upon us because, well, we are now weaker? Not a chance we can take. And so, peace will be had. I agree with Heckard, who I suppose brings the proposal forth, as well as with everybody else, with some, additional deliberation and thought. It is time for peace. This should result in a decent tribute. And so, yes, Unkid is paying in gold. We are not paying in lives. If we take a look over here, that's not too bad. It's not amazing, but it's not too bad. I'll take that for as long as I can. Now, inevitably, the Aserai will go to war with somebody here or there, and inevitably, they'll either be crushed or they will gain more territory. I mean, again, they had managed to somehow spread all the way down to Lycaron over here. Lycaron, not entirely sure. So we'll see what they do next. If we're fortunate, if we're lucky, they'll continue to be a thorn on the backside of the Khuzait. They'll continue to distract the Khuzait. If we're unlucky, then they will... no matter which way they go, they can't do us harm unless they declare war on us directly, in which case the only harm they can do is provide a distraction. So I think at present what we'll probably do is head back down south to what we can call home, I suppose, just the grand territory of home, and just take a look at our situation, take a look at our circumstances in terms of garrisons and things like that. In fact, what I'm thinking is we'll go down this way. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll go down this way and just see what our frontiers are looking like, and then inevitably, again, we're going to be going to war with the Khuzait, so I want to make sure we're in a position for that. Now, Ruma's party is here, but if I recall correctly, we spoke to her last session, and I sincerely hope I recall correctly, though it was a while ago. I'm almost certain we spoke to her. And it's too late now. I've made the decision to march down towards Gauss, however that's said, hoping to recruit some soldiers, not just for myself, but also for my by the others in my army. And now that I say that, it does occur to me that I should perhaps chase after Monchug's army over here, traveling to Myzea, because as much as I would like to check up on our frontier cities and castles and see what their garrisons are looking like, if I follow Monchug over here... Who rides with you, Monchug? Who rides with you? If I follow him over here, I might be able to wait until this army falls apart, and then I might be able to speak with the various nobles in an attempt to convince them to join me. We've got a fair bit of money. We are constantly making more money, right? We're completely profitable right now, especially with all the tribute that is coming through. If we are willing to let all of these guys go run freely and recruit and garrison, etc., 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 then we'll just be stronger for it. Ottawa will continue to ride with me. I think that's fair to do. Because then her and I can chase after armies and smaller nobles and any bandits that maybe travel around in the area. You know what? Fair enough. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and disband this army. Right? Done. We're going to go ahead and bring Ottawa with us, though. The reason why I disbanded only to reform it is because it doesn't cost anything to bring Ottawa with us, and also that will give us full cohesion rather than having to spend the influence to bump that cohesion up. Maybe a bit of a risk we're taking over here, but I think it'll be a worthwhile one. And then we'll go chasing after Monchug. We are not near our troop limit over here. What's going on here? It's actually kind of funny coming back to a game after a prolonged pause. And I just want to mention on that note, folks, if you are confused with regards to where that previous episode went or why it wasn't released on time, then I just want to mention again, as I often do, that you should perhaps consider following me on Twitter or joining our Discord. Link to both of those are in the description down below. I also suggest maybe doing both. Not only to stay up to date with scheduling updates, scheduling changes, emergency changes for whatever reason it might be, but also because the Discord specifically is a fantastic community to hang out with. Lots of Bannerlord talk going on in that, in the appropriate channels and whatnot, and overall as well, just a wonderful bunch of people to hang out with, I would say. So yeah, don't hesitate to follow me on Twitter, especially. I give more periodic updates with regards to scheduling, planning, shifts in planning, and things like that. So just wanted to throw that out there. And of course, if you don't have Twitter and you don't want to get one just to follow one person, which is completely understandable, then anytime an episode seems to be missing, so to speak, then it might be worth the link is in every single video. It might be worth just checking that Twitter feed and seeing what's up, because I will undoubtedly have shared an update. I hope I'm expressing myself clearly as I manage a couple things over here. Why did our count go up over here? Now, there was a recent update, obviously, not the big one. I wonder if it's a result of that. The big update is yet to come. That is currently in beta, and of course, for the safety of this playthrough and it not falling apart in the middle of episode 100 and wherever we might end up, I'm avoiding the beta branches. But the next, when that beta branch becomes the official branch, there are going to be lots of interesting new additions to the game in terms of loyalty mechanics, rebellion mechanics, all kinds of wild things are coming to Bannerlord. So I'm very excited to explore some of that stuff as we kind of move forward in this story. Obviously, it's cool that we'll be able to interact with, oh man, Tolul the swordsman died of old age. That's a name that I've seen over and over again. So it is wild to hear of this death, even though it's not directly impacting us. It is wild to hear it and see it. But yeah, as I was saying, we're undoubtedly going to see some of that action in this playthrough, because there is still some time left in this playthrough yet. You know, I'm not going to be able to chase you. Let's stay laser focused over here and keep chasing after Monchug. We can stop at Themis over here potentially to make some sales, and maybe Ottawa will pick up some recruits. I guess not. Looks like it's been emptied out. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what we can sell. They don't really have that much money or anything. And drop off some of the junk we're carrying, I suppose. Got a couple of bolts over here. We do have some cheaper merchants' banes and stuff like that that I should say, keep an eye out for. Again, thank you all for pointing these kinds of things out in the comments, especially. Like, a lot of the time it does get difficult to, I would say, geez, you can't even afford this. It does, a lot of the time, for me personally at least, as I'm in the middle of doing a variety of things, I can often overlook some things that might seem obvious. So I do apologize when that happens from time to time, but I do try to stay on top of it. And of course, as I say always, your comments help me stay on top of it as well, because reading someone providing feedback often becomes a way of remembering that thing, if you know what I mean. Like, it becomes the thing that locks something in your mind, is like, right, I should remember to do that. But I think we're done over here. Let's move on. Financially, we're doing perfectly well. Hopefully war doesn't break out soon. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the Northern or Southern Empire or whatever declares war on me soon. Ametatis has been besieged. Where is this army going again? Myzea, up over here. Oh, so you're returning to the home territory. Zoanna over here. Are you worth speaking to? Zoanna of Ostikos? No, you're not worth speaking to at all. Fair enough. Now, it's actually good that they're headed to Myzea, because then I can head there and make some sales and make some more money and use that money to convince some nobles to join me, hopefully. Well, we'll keep an eye on these guys. Now, are the Khuzait at war still, actually? They should be at war with someone, I believe, if I recall correctly. They are at war with the Western Empire, yes. Not the Battanians anymore. The Western Empire will not be a struggle for them, so I'm actually surprised to see this decision being made over here to pull back. Traveling to Myzea still. Fair enough. Again, they're still in... Ooh, Anjikin the Swift is in Myzea. Oh, excellent. Well, that works out perfectly. We can send her out. This is not a bad spot for her to be sent out from. I think it's far enough from where we sent them out previously. So, fair enough. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tavern District. Pick up some Imperial armed traders. Don't mind if I do. Do we have any prisoners that are worth ransoming as well? Any tier 5s? No, I guess not. More people willing to join us. They can wait, though. We're nearly topped up. They can wait. Over to Anjikin the Swift. You know what? Let's do this properly. It's been a while since we've been able to kind of like do this properly. Your Highness, I'm yours to command. I'm glad that I found you. Join my party. I hear you took Thorios Castle. I hope the cost in lives was not too high. Well, depends on which side you're talking about. Could be a conversation about Gaius Castle or Gaius Castle instead. In which case, who knows how it would have gone. Got a townsman over here. Do we have... You're an Empire townswoman. Can I get some ale and food for my men? Ooh, hello. You perhaps? Tavern maid. Excellent. I will have your local wine and plate of olives. Thank you very much. And I will also have that for all my men. Yeah, not very expensive, considering our, I don't know if I want to call it newfound wealth. We'd found it previously, and then we lost it, then we found it again, over and over and over and over again. Alright. Are there any merchants milling about right now that I can speak to? What are you? You're just kind of like hanging out here in the cold? Neria Flatcakes. Looks out for those who served her well. My apology. No, I'm good. I'm good. Just talking about one of the local gangsters. Oros the Ironmonger. I love how close the tavern is to the Lord's Hall over here. Valeos the Wheeler. Artisan Notary. I've heard that Garios Imperials have been raiding across the border. People better wake up. Yeah. Well, thank you. Alright. You, the Wheeler. My name is Partia. May I ask your name? I am Valeos. I'm a craftsman, a working man. A lot of the other honest men here in Myzea, the ones that work with their hands, they like me to speak for them. Well, very well, can you help me set up a caravan? I wish to form a caravan in this town. Is there a way to form one that includes better... Is there a way to form one that includes better troops, is what I meant to say? Yup. Okay, yeah, sounds good. And Anjikin the Swift is our best trader. Go forth, Anjikin. She's done pretty well. I mean, I know there's obviously the opportunity always to improve her equipment or this, that, and the other thing, but she's been doing very well, and it's only every so often that she gets captured or caught up in a battle or something like that. So I think she's fine as she is. But of course, those are always famous last words. I wouldn't be surprised if in this rotation she manages to get herself killed, which would be quite unfortunate, but I sincerely hope it doesn't get to it. No use crying over spilt milk. We have sent her out. Let her go forth and conquer the markets, that is, while we conquer the lands. We've got 33k. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Do they have fancy equipment over here? Doesn't really look like they do. Nothing. Let's see. Go by value over here. Nah, we've got pretty good equipment for all of our people, I think. I dare say. Fair enough. So 33k. What about if we buy some more things from these guys? Some velvet, some jewelry. Looks very cheap over here, actually. That's ridiculously cheap. Fair enough. Hogs, tools as well. Again, I would like to eventually improve my trading capabilities. I am the Merchant King, after all. Pick up some clay. Sure, why not? That was a mistake, but I'll take it. It's too late now. Gotta look like you meant to do what you did, right? Pick up the wool as well. Everything over here is dirt cheap. Hopefully we can sell them some stuff. I don't want to go around with a massive herd following me. I wouldn't mind picking up some meat, though, I suppose. We're within our carry capacity. Want to make sure we have enough days of food, enough food variety. Yeah, looking good. Okay, cool. So what can we sell you over here? What can we sell you, if anything? Lots of iron and stuff like that I don't actually want to get rid of. Grapes, olives. Nope. Nothing really, eh? Wild. It's just trading has felt so different lately. Maybe I should just accept that more often than not we won't have something that is extremely cheap, like extremely profitable for us to let go of. Anyway, over to our thrown weapons. I do believe we'll have, for 41k, I believe we have a Merchant's Bane, don't we? There we go. Pop you over. Still have 4,700 left over. Let's go ahead and get you some of our, I don't even know, melee weapons, I suppose. We don't have to make all the money from every destination. Now, there was a suggestion that I drain these places of all of their food and stuff like that. I get that suggestion a lot, but the reality is, I think, like, because of carry capacities and stuff especially, I'd only be able to do that in like 1 or 2 cities at most before we reach our carry capacity. And we can't just like set these people up for starvation during inevitable war, because on top of that as well, merchants will still be bringing the goods that the local people need constantly. So it's not like we take all their food. If war doesn't happen immediately, then taking all their food doesn't really do anything for us. Whoa. What happened over here? Wow. Okay. I don't mind this, I suppose, because I was thinking it's a little ludicrous, but it seems as though the value of our weapons have got a significant hit. Wow. Our javelins are still very valuable, but the oh man, but the swords not so much. For a second I was worried. I was like, did I make these one-handed swords by mistake? But no, they're just not worth as much. Damn. All right. Okay, fair enough. I don't know. That seems, I wish the old ones would retain their pricing. their value, because I did like invest a fair bit of material in them. Okay, well, fair enough, fair enough. Well, we know now for the future that the merchant's blades are no longer as valuable as they once were. I guess that means we can sell them more easily, but it also means that we should rely more on javelins because javelins retain their value. Again, as a merchant, I obviously want to stay on top of the value of labor, right? How much money we can make off of labor. But as a player, I also want to be very conscious of the fact that I'm not min-maxing or abusing broken systems and things like that. So we'll try and maintain a balance. We're good here? We're good here. I picked up all your horses, right? I did. I picked up all your war horses. That should allow us some upgrades as well, I believe, in our party. I think, yeah, we got a couple here. You guys, well, these guys are separate from horses, but... Well, you know what? I guess we already had all the war horse upgrades done previously. Fair enough. It's okay. It's good to have a couple extra war horses. We're done over here at Myzea. I mean, I suppose I could rest here for some time and do some smithing and stuff like that, but I feel like Monchug will only stay here momentarily. Wait here for some time. There's Anjikin. Okay, Siga, Vartan, Taslur. Some names over there, I believe, are important. Siga. Vartan, I believe. Yeah. Taslur was another one. Yep, okay, cool. Again, I don't really care for their holdings. I care for their loyalty. Again, I would prefer also bigger clans to smaller clans, but I'll take what I can get. We're headed now to Amprella. All right, fair enough. En route, if we're fortunate, we might come across others that we can recruit as well. If not that, then at least we can find spaces to trade. We've got some caravans maybe en route as well. Ruma, again, if we can catch her at one point, I'd love to have a conversation with her and see if we can't convince her to join us. I don't know what the time gap is, right? I don't know how long we have to wait before they're willing to have that conversation again. Yo, man, this is really actually quite unfortunate. I'm wondering if I don't equip myself with one of these then instead. Better than the weapon I'm using right now. I don't want to use one of the merchant's blades. Again, we've spoken about the weapons I want to craft for myself previously. 14k. I won't be able to sell you a merchant's bane. Oh, right, of course, these aren't valued as highly. Now, I wonder if the price fluctuation is a result of... That's a huge drop. I hope it's because I'm speaking to a traveling merchant as opposed to a city. But let's go ahead and get you, sure. Have this. This. I mean, at least I can offload these, I guess. Silver lining thinking. I suppose. Alright, go ahead and drop you off as well as you. And you. That'll be it, I think. Cool. Good bit of money made. On here. Especially because I'm en route to speak with people. I want to make sure I have as much money as I possibly can. This guy doesn't even fit in the screen. This guy's... Yeah. Anything else? Hand over your goods or die? No. Carry on then. Farewell. We are still who we always have been. Another caravan down there. Monchug, you're headed to Amprella. Up over here, right? Okay. Probably get there before him and rest up, and that way I'd be able to smith and stuff if necessary. He's pulling me away from where I want to go. The other thing I don't want to do, though, is I don't want to get too far ahead of him, and then he turns direction, or the army falls apart because of low cohesion, and then I'm too late to... Or I'm unable to have the conversations that I'm hoping to have. That would be unfortunate. I'm also hoping that as we're doing all this, our vassals are able to, go around and improve garrisons and things like that. Shouldn't all just be left to me, of course. Shouldn't all just be left to me. Pick up all your cotton, anything we can sell. Prices, man. Very interesting. Very interesting. An eye on that, I suppose. Alright, keep an eye on these guys as well. Mertion, are you important as well? Every time their names pop up, we should just check. No, he's a mercenary now. The war against the Valandians. That's not the Khuzait war against the Valandians. Nope, they're still just a war against the Western Empire. Fair enough. Where are you headed to now? Amprella now. Okay, fair enough. Another hideout spotted up over here. Their numbers, are they dwindling or are they growing? They're growing, fair enough. The wounded are being healed, it seems. Anjikin continues to trade in the area. Up to Emprella, now we go. Anida married Ovagos. So marriage is in. Oh. Right. Marriage is in. I wonder if I should, Damn. Wasn't Anida with the Aserai? And now she's over with the Western Empire because of this marriage to Ovagos. I should probably look into marriages. You know what? Alright, hang on a second. Let's take a look at our... Not necessarily our clan, but at least our kingdom. We should certainly take a look at some of our smaller clans. Let's see. Banu Karaz Guzid over here. Might not be a bad idea to marry him. He's 50 already. Okai is 47. I hope they're not too old to have children. That would be very unfortunate. Abolitos 52. These guys are all so old. All so old. Alright, let's see if we can't find... Because again, at least if Guzid marries somebody and he dies, the person he marries should stay as a member of the Ashkas, as a member of the Banu Karaz, and they should keep that, like all the holdings that come with it and stuff. With that said, though, let's see who actually has more holdings. I mean, I suppose Banu Arbasa, Okai, Aldahan should probably get married urgently. Let's see if we can't arrange this. I don't know how far, because I know we can ask for marriages within our own clan. But what about other clans? Will these guys get married? Do I have to tell them to get married? So I'm curious. Let's go ahead and turn around and speak to Monchug's army over here. We'll speak to someone within Monchug's army. Talk to other members. Who among you? Karith rides here. Are you kidding me? Let's see. Taslur. Small clan as well. Well, we need a clan with women, right? Because we want to bring people to our side. I doubt this game does matrilineal marriages, unless it's for the player. Vartan, we've got Ulman. You sound like you're probably a... Oh, no, you're not. Okay. Radagast. Oh, I was saying they're probably mercenaries. Radagast. Nope. No luck here. Akroom. Oh. Though, again, someone to speak to for sure. Merchan. Nope. Siga, I suppose we could speak to. I don't know, are you married? All I see is friends. I don't see a husband anywhere. Sure, let's speak to Siga, I suppose. Let's see how this works. Partia. It's been a while. It has, and we do get along. What is it? There's something I'd like to discuss. This is a trade thing. Candidly, what do you think of your liege, Monchug? I'm curious. I will not listen to such matters while I'm in an army. Fair enough. I have a quick question. Never mind. Proposal? Yeah, it's just this trade screen. Yo, you're broke. I could probably convince you really easily to join me. Here's a little gift. Not enough to improve our relations or anything, but I opened that window and I felt kind of weird. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. Goodbye. I suppose I could speak to Monchug himself. I just want to try and see what this stuff is. Partia, it's been a while. Look at that smile. I would love to wipe those smiles off those pretty faces. It has been a while. Something I'd like to discuss. An alliance between our families through marriage. With the Khuzait. Trying to figure out if I actually want to do this. Monchug Khan. Of the Urukhanate. I mean, he's got quite a few family members that we could bring in. We've liberated all of Aserai territories from Khuzait grip, so an alliance isn't out of the question. It harkens back to when we would speak about, Partia's friendship with the Khuzait lords. This is a way to end the aggression potentially. It's wild trying to integrate these new mechanics into our story, Trying to make them make sense. Let's see. We'd like to propose an alliance between our families through marriage. Whose hand am I offering? I hope this works the way I expect it to. Because otherwise... Najin. Najin, how old are you now? 44. Theed is super young. Who does Monchug have in his family? What kind of ages are we looking at? Yana is 40. No, those are friends, sorry. Alijin is 38. Holujin is 18. Okay, what about Holujin marries Fatid? Sure. The Hand of Fatid. We are looking for a suitable marriage for Alijin. A little bit older. Okay, fair enough. Okay, that might not work out. Propose an alliance through marriage. The Hand of Najin, then. A bit closer in age. Very good. You should perhaps introduce yourself, but keep in mind that we're considering a number of offers. So I should, what, you want me to go looking for Alijin? Last seen near Amitatis. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I must leave now. In that case, until next time. Very curious about how this is going to work out, how this plays out. Amitatis. All the way down over here. Damn. A long way away from our chase of Monchug's army. And the hope for some of his nobles to join us. Over to Amprella. Ottawa's picked up some recruits. Excellent. I do want to make sure I get here before they do, before they're able to pick up all the recruits and stuff, obviously. Some Aserai horses. Oh my god, they're pricey up over here, aren't they? Can we sell anything? I would love to be able to sell something at a good profit. Nothing. I got nothing. Unless they've changed how the color coding works again, which would be quite unfortunate. Pick up some wine. Pick up some fur, I suppose. Sure, don't mind if I do. Some linen as well. Pretty cheap over here. Very cheap over here. Cotton. We got lots of cotton. I'm well over my limit now. But surely we can drop some stuff off over here. 21k is all they really have. Yikes. Alright, good. These numbers are back up then. So I guess it's got to do with like city versus village versus whatnot. I imagine they always fluctuate, but this was just the most noticeable fluctuations. Is what I suspect happened there. Let's go ahead and sell some of the stuff we're carrying here. Just some of the stuff that we can maybe make a little bit of money off of. Otherwise, we're never going to get rid of any of this stuff, and we'll just be constantly weighed down by it. Is my current realization. And dump some of you. There we go. We can see the better deals listed here. That's, I think, what hurts most. Not able to pick up everything I want. What did I pick up over here? Maybe too much salt. No. Too much cotton. Alright, let's drop some cotton off. Right up until we're, you know, at our capacity, basically. Cotton, where are you at? Don't need to carry all that. I will still be paying a little bit more than I'm willing to pay. Go ahead and leave behind some of these bolts. Leave behind some of these barbed arrows. And by more than I'm willing to pay, I mean, you know, any sum at all. I intend to make profits everywhere I go. Good Imperial Spear, yeah, don't mind if I do. Fine Pike, sure thing. They've got a lot of money. Fine Steel, Beef Spear. I don't think that's Fine Steel, I think that's a... I gotta make that clearer. It's also funny looking back at some of these weapons that I used to be like, oh wow, that's a really cool weapon, I can't wait to use that. And then it's just like, nope, never had a chance to, because we've had some pretty good weapons that we've liked. What can I dump that I have in quantity? Iron Flissa, the slightly ridged Flissa. Sure, there you go. Drop a couple of these. Cool. Done. 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 Check your horses again real quick. Not that expensive, 1500. Some of you up. We'll leave the Aserai horse. Silly to buy an Aserai horse this far up north, right? Cool. Leave. Almost at 2 million. That'll be the most. I think we're currently every dinar we make now is the most dinars we've ever had in this game. Fall apart. Come on, fall apart. Following these guys to the end of the earth. Now I'm gonna have to deal with the sunk cost fallacy as well. Of like, well, if I stop chasing them now, then I've wasted so much time chasing them. Where you headed to, buddy? Wait, what's this place called? Chapeshti? Yes. Still making that money. Still no war or anything like that. It's good. Apis died of old age. Wait, the Apis? Oh my god, the Apis died of old age. We've chased him multiple times. We've spoken to him multiple times. Erinix is now in charge. Fair enough. I love how this army is just like not even caring about the war at hand. They're just doing their own thing. And the Wanderer, Alia gained a skill point in scouting. Ascaron has declared... The Northern Empire has declared war on Sturgia. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let Makeb down over here. We can maybe pick up some recruits over here for Ottawa. I would like to explore this whole conversation about marriage a bit more, for sure. But I want to see exactly how it works before I dive into it head first, right? Pick you up. Pick you up. If they have enough money for us to sell some of our merchant's banes, then it's all worth it. It's kind of pricey. Pick up some fur over here, I suppose. There are some better prices elsewhere. Like to sell at. Pick up some fish, yeah. Gotta stay under our limit, though. Gotta stay under our limit. What do we drop off over here? One of the cheaper merchant's banes. Drop you off. That does not give me enough room to pick up a bunch of fish, unfortunately. No way. No way. 27k. That's all they have. Step warbow, I suppose I could get rid of. And it's not a bad thing to give to somebody else. But I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. We're good. I'll get 19k over here. Done. Done. Zeno. Alright, finally we're starting to see people outside of this army as well. Not the person in charge. Temian, where are you? Masanagro. Where is this? Over. All the way over here. Man, they have such a massive, like, territory. Now these guys, again, we cannot get too far ahead of them either. Going up this way. Enough side the golden. Won a tournament. Surely they must be low on... Alas. Alas. How old are you, buddy? 46. Looking pretty young still. Wonder if I could catch him. I don't know where Monchuk is going next. Still moving up this way. Okay, fair enough. Speak to the lass over here. See if we can't get anything. Partia, my greetings to you. I read that. I was like, is he calling me a tyrant? Yeah, my greetings to you as well, Talas. Emir Talas. Something I'd like to discuss. What do you think of Unkid? I am the rightful ruler. Come on, buddy. These chances. You must know of my reputation. You know that it's not in my interest to betray your trust. Yeah, okay. No surprise there. No surprise there. I gave an oath to my liege. If you ever violated his oath to you, it absolves you of your duty to him. Nice, nice. Good stuff, good stuff. I'll take what I can get. I've always stood by Unkid. Yes, I know, but you need to put your interests and the good of the realm first. As I did, Talas, when you abandoned me many years ago now. Why change sides now? So many of you have been saying that this whole generosity thing doesn't work because generosity seems to be, I don't know, broken or just not working. But I'm going to try it here. Talas is generous. I know. The definition of insanity. I'm just going to click on... See, like, you'd expect this to have a higher percentage because of the overlap. I don't know, man. Let's try it. Last time we're trying it. You know what? I can't get myself to do it. Let's try charm. You know, I'd rather take an ineffective over a critical fail, which we've seen before. I'm done with those critical fails, especially at the end over here. The last is worth speaking to now. He's got 2 ticks. At least that's all we have to do. I believe, marriage. With who in your family? Yourself? No, you can't have Alia. I don't intend to do that. I must leave now. Until next time, yes. I wonder if... So clearly our marriage talks are only for our clan members, which is what I assumed. There it is. There it is. Alright, let's see. The Slur. We're speaking to, I forget now. Yes. Had to happen just as I walked away. Oh, and of course now they're all fast. You know what? I deserve this. I deserve this. Expand the army. Speed of 5.1 versus my 4.4. Vartan 4.7. Because the Slur is alone. Vartan, I think, might also be alone. He's also 45, okay. Goddamn. Radagast, I believe, is mercenary, right? No, he's not. But he's also not the person in charge. Let's pull back over here then. Speak to Vartan. Speak to Vartan. Our relations are poor. The Slur, I believe we don't have. They're poor as well, but not as poor. Oh, damn it. Fine. You guys coming over this way as well. Where are you going to? Makeb. Good, I can catch you there. Hopefully. Looks like Radagast is coming over here as well. Maybe Siga too, traveling to Makeb, yes. Oh, the Slur, don't you dare! Damn, he's gonna get away from me. Siga. You're not the one in charge though, right? You're not. Oleg is the one in charge. 3.5 for Smite 3. Where's he headed to? Derakos. Raiding. Okay, he's going all the way for a raid. Somewhere over here. Oh, I'm not gonna chase him to the end of the world. Man. Nonsense over here. The downside of having just so many soldiers. What's affecting our speed poorly? Just the size of our army, I guess, is slowing us down. Onchuk's army still stands. I guess he's forming a new one right away. But now he's just gonna get a bunch of people joining him. Kareth. Can you imagine the only person we were able to talk to is Kareth? And we can convince him to join us? That would be the ultimate insult, wouldn't it? It has been a while, Kareth. It has. Join me. I'm a man of honor. Didn't think so. We don't like each other, Kareth, but this is a conversation as a result of necessity. Onchuk is not known for keeping his word. Even he agrees with that. Even he agrees with that. Put your interest of the realm first. Put your interest in the good of the realm first, I mean. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. I'm outnumbered. No, I'm not. I have a strategy. Yo, if Kareth joins us... He's not joining us today, obviously, but if he ends up joining us, how weird would that be? Fair enough. I think it's time to rotate back down. We tried. We took our chance with Dalas. And parties up over here we could try chasing after. Took our chance with Dalas. What are you gonna do, right? Uma. I wonder if I could... Let's speak to Manan over here. Let's see if we can't arrange a marriage over here, perhaps. Take a better angle. There we go. Manan, yes, it has been a while, hasn't it? Something I'd like to discuss with your mother, Ruma. No, I guess I can't... I have to speak to Ruma about a marriage as well, I suppose. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a bit of a bummer. There's Talas again. I wonder what that timer is like. Not allowed yet. Fair enough. I don't necessarily want to do trade right now. I think we're good for trade. Pick up a couple of recruits here and there, maybe. Don't mind having some more Khuzait in my ranks. I could take a look and see what kind of money these guys have. Not a lot. If I can't sell them some stuff. Cotton over here. Sure. Sure. Pottery as well. Why not? Yeah, dump all the pottery. Again, I need room to carry other stuff. Velvet we can drop off over here. That looks like it's worth something at least. Sure. Nothing else though. Nothing else over here. Oh. Alright. We head down south. We head down south, and any nobles we come across, we'll speak to them. I mean, it's story of my life. But at the end of the day, it was either Monchug's army members were going to get away from me, or Thalas was going to get away from me. And you know what? The conversation with Thalas worked out well enough, so I'm fine with how that went. A little annoyed at first, but overall I think I'm fine with how that went. Akram, meanwhile, is over here. Let's see if we can't intercept him. Where you headed? Following Monchug's party? He's probably going to join that army, isn't he? Stop there, stranger. I bid you peace. At least until I find out who you are, anyway. Akram. My name is Partias, sir. May I ask your name? I am Akram of the Harfit. Our clan has loyally served the Khuzait Khanate for generations. I am Lord of Orak. I don't know your name, but no matter. Some say there is greater honor to found a great lineage than to be born with one. Very well, there's something I'd like to discuss. What do you think of Monchug? I barely know you, and you're asking me to talk treason? Not treason. You may know me as a man of honor. Damn it. Really hoping for that critical success. No, I'm not entirely comfortable discussing this with you. So Monchug's not known for keeping his word. Oh, damn, even that's ineffective over here. Okay. A friend of yours, eh? Well, listen, put your interest in the good of the realm first. Nothing. Nothing with Akram. Very well. I'm outnumbered, am I? Who are you? What type of a person are you? Generous. You lack valor. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I'll be generous to those who came to me early. You know what? We got a success on a 41%. I'll take it. I might be correct. I know I'm correct, buddy. Not comfortable. It's okay. At least we got a pip here. At least we got a pick, a tick, or whatever you want to call it. Pip, tick, dot, whatever you want to call it. Alright. Having some conversations at least. Maybe it's time to bring Ottawa in once more. She's 18 hours away, not too far away. You downwards over here, gathering an army, yes, supposedly. Sudais of Shibal Zamur has died of old age. Just wild, because I recognize Shibal Zamur, obviously. Major plot point, I suppose, in our adventures. The Valandians seem to be struggling against the Sturgians. That's kind of ridiculous. That's hilarious. This is like the battle of the smallest beasts of all time. Like two mice fighting over some cheese. Oh. Apis of the Hand. Are you the one in charge? No, no one's in charge. And so you serve the Khuzait because the AI can cheat like that. Serve me as mercenary. Yep. I have to speak with Diacosis. Yeah, he's dead. I just wanted to check if it was maybe the other guy who was alive. Nope. Don't want me to speak to a dead man. Fair enough. Troops to pick up over here. Don't mind if I do. Pick them all up. Sure, why not? And a little bit of trade, perhaps, as well. Nah, these guys are not very rich. And perhaps I should know this. They're not very wealthy people, I suppose. But there's money to be made here and there. We can sell them some cotton, I suppose. Very little cotton. Maybe sell them some tools as well. Yeah, sure, why not? And just kind of freeing up our carry cap as well. We'll head back down, Chaikand, Naira. I'm just trying to figure out where we're going and if we're going to get better prices where we're going. Right down at Hassan Falk and things like that. Or Velvet. Sure, just sell one of those. Still paying a little bit. That's fine though, like... It's time for us to pick up some more loot and stuff, I think, maybe. To sell. Alright, continue on downwards. Past Akalat. And then over to Dynistica. Yeah, cool. Keep an eye out for any nobles in the area as well, of course. Okay, lots of caravans. I mean, I guess I could... I don't think most caravans are that wealthy, by the way. I think we just got lucky with that one caravan that maybe never got attacked throughout its entire existence. That's what it feels like, at least. Okay, hold on a second. Misclick there, my apologies. Yeah, these guys are just regular nomads, eh? Keep moving, let's keep moving down to Akalat. And now we can properly investigate our current status, I suppose, in terms of our garrisons and whatnot, the frontier. Or the future frontier, I suppose. Alia continues to improve her scouting. There's Ottawa coming up right behind me. No one to recruit over here, fair enough. I do wonder if it's not valuable to perhaps stay with Ottawa at some of these holdings so we can just recruit better quality troops at some of these holdings. You know, inevitably when the time comes, when the need arises, I suppose I should say. Maybe not here, but maybe at, you know, Hassan Falk or what have you. Because she has the perk, if I recall correctly, that helps improve relations with the locals in an area. Speak to this caravan. What kind of products do you have? What kind of wealth do you have? Nothing. Pick up a couple of war horses, I suppose. Got nothing. All good. Carry on. Carry on. Over to Odok we go. I think the Khuzait War with the Western Empire has dragged them all kind of in that direction. No surprise there. Fatid is improving his riding. Good for you, buddy. Anything special going on over here? Nothing special over here either. 15 mercenary guards. Not essential. 24k over here though. Alright, maybe we can make a little bit of money here. Perhaps we can pick up a couple of steppe war horses. Maybe we can sell some of our goods. Nope, doesn't look like a cotton. Maybe a little bit. Not really worth much. I feel like we'll make more money if we just go further down. Ooh, leather. Mind if I do? We might make some more money down at like Hassan Falk Razi if we go all the way over there as well. Maybe. Maybe. Potentially. 39k. I'll get the fish harpoon. Anything I can buy off of you, perhaps? Ooh, hello. Slightly better. Oh, damn. I love this stuff. You know what? I kind of like that a lot. I've always loved this kind of armor. And it's better armor than what I had before. Only slightly, but it also gives them money that allows me to sell them some of my stuff. The merchants. Bane over here, one of the cheaper ones. No, they've got money to buy some of the more expensive ones. 124. There you go. Now we can sell you, what else? Some of these arrows, perhaps. Barbed wire. There. Go. Good stuff. I'm okay with that. Oh man, that's proper terrifying. That's proper terrifying. Done. Done. I believe so. I don't think they have better armor or anything. Nope, they do not. Slightly better, but I think I prefer what we've got going on right now. In fact, I'm fairly certain I prefer what we have going on right now. Alright, cool. Done here. Make our way over. Oh, it's wild to think about all future introductions having that helm instead when we're in a in our war outfit, I suppose, in our war gear. Alright, let's make our way over. Wolfskins left us. Surprise there. There's only so many like bandits and stuff for them to attack, right? No war right now. No reason for them to stay. Ottawa's arrival. Onim. Can we speak to you? Onim of the Gilman. Nope. Untheric has been taken prisoner by steppe bandits. Steppe bandits are scary. The Valandians and Sturgeons have made peace. Was there any change in territory? I don't think so. Where? There it is. I was like, where is Cranrog Castle? Now, I don't think anything actually changed up there. Fair enough, fair enough. Down to Hassan Falk. Alright, time to actually take a look at our lands over here and see what's going on. Question is, do we mount an assault from down over here? Like, depending on the garrisons, like if they're big enough that I'm not too scared. What we have to be wary of, though, is things like loyalty. Like I was talking about how I believe I touched on this in a future update. They're going to be introducing rebellions and things like that. So if loyalty falls below a certain amount and the militia is larger than the garrison, then the militia actually rises up in rebellion. So, you know, we do have a couple of situations where that is not unlikely. But unless loyalty is low, it's not a concern, right? Check it out over here. They're maxed out. These guys are happy. Again, we've got a culture match and all that kind of stuff matters as well. So we should be fine over here. The garrison over here is actually pretty good as well. If I don't think I can actually see the garrison, can I? I cannot. I'm wondering if I want to strengthen it further or if I want to look elsewhere. They've got about, what is it? 188 plus 353, that's 400, 500, and 30 plus. Yeah, so these guys will be fine. Hassan Falk is, I would say, safe in case of a war. What about Shabal Zumar Castle up over here? Check this space out as well. Okay, I was like, are you gonna not let me in my own castle? Let's see. Well, 741 is not really the number. 300 militia, let's say, plus the garrison takes them up to about 400. So these guys should be relatively safe as well. Again, they're near each other, which makes them a bit easier to defend as well. Like kind of going back and forth between all these lands. These guys are looking okay. Guys are looking okay. What about Tamnu Castle? Or you know what, Lavenia Castle. Tamnu Castle is relatively safe, I think. We can check its numbers. We should be able to keep a decent distance and check its numbers still, right? Not to here, maybe? Monchig of the Khuzait grants Diathma to Ruma. Hang on a second. Looks like Ruma has turned coat. The Banu Kild has joined the Khuzait. Must have just happened. Damn. Khuzait continue to grow stronger, eh? Alright, Tamnu Castle here. Approximately 300 defenders. It should be relatively safe though, unless the Khuzait decide to like completely ignore everything that's on the front and just push down. I think it'll be fine with 300 defenders. Because we're looking at armies of like 1,000 plus, which we're able to pull together as well ourselves. But again, I have to move quickly if I want to make sure I move before our mercenaries all leave us, right? Lavenia Castle over here, 325 defenders. I wonder if I want to help these guys out a little bit, get them closer to 500. Get them a bit closer to 500. Loyalty's looking good, everything's looking good. Over to Garrison. See what kind of lower tier or mid-tier troops we have. We do have some militia we're carrying around with us. Armed traders as well. Khuzait Nomad, go ahead and upgrade you. Tribal warriors, make them lancers. Yep, the hope there. You as well. Leave you behind. Leave you behind as well. Stick around. You can stick around, sure. Militia. Don't need no militia with me. Older warrior Brotva can stay behind as well. Lots of Imperial archers we're training up. You can stay behind. Crossbows. Leave these Valanian crossbows behind, perhaps. Sure. Stuff. Good stuff. Lots of people being trained by our skills again, right? Because we have the, or the perk, I should say. The horsemen, they're the ones who become lancers. Or heavy lancers, I should say. Upgrade you. Let's upgrade you. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Who else to leave behind, though? Don't want to leave behind Fian or Fian champions, obviously. I want to ride with them. Or ride. I want to march with them. Upgrade you guys. Upgrade you guys. I could leave a couple of these guys behind. Sure. Sure. Upgrade you here. Get these guys upgraded as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could leave behind the Imperial Veteran Archer. And the Khuzait Darkhan, I suppose. They're cool. They're strong, but I've just got the one, so we can leave you behind here, sure. Bunch of Sea Raider chiefs. I think this works. I think this works well enough. Another 21 soldiers. It's not really all that much. What I could do is like go around the neighborhood, so to speak, and pick up a bunch of recruits. Let's drop a bunch of Imperial infantrymen off over here. Sure. Let's add a couple more Aserai soldiers as well, I think. Imperial veteran. Nah, Aserai tribesmen. Too low tier. Palace Guard, veteran infantry, sure. And what about some Aserai archers as well? I feel like my order got completely messed up previously. There we go. Master archers, sure, leave 5 of you behind. Done. Oh, that click. 91 plus 270, that's 361. That should be okay, right? That should be okay. I think we've added a bit of survivability to this group. We can leave, pick up recruits in the area, like I was saying. dump a bunch of low tier into Lavenia Castle. That's our first spot that I would say feels a little bit empty compared to Hassan Falk. Jabal Zamur, I mean, I guess I could add more there as well, but I feel like it's relatively well defended because we'll be taking Donestica pretty quickly. Donestica Vostrum will be taken pretty quickly, so arguably Lavenia Castle is also relatively safe if we do that smoothly. Naira is pretty far away. Up over here, Morenia Castle is closer. Eckhard won a tournament. Good for you, buddy. Surely there's more important stuff you could be doing, but fair enough. Let's see, over at Vostrum if we can't pick up a bunch of recruits. Forest of the Embers, Ubold. You worth speaking to? Perhaps? Oh, useless to me. Useless to me. Pick up some recruits over here. Don't mind if I do. And again, I could look at trade and stuff as well, but financially we're looking perfectly okay. We're looking more than perfectly okay. I mean, I could look at these things. I'm more, I guess, interested in offloading some of these items that we're carrying, like trade goods that we're carrying. Dump some velvet off over here as well, sure. Not going to be making any trade, earning any trade skill points anytime soon, I don't think. What are the chances? As I was saying that, I was like, guaranteed this is where it's going to happen, and there you have it. Alright, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, you know what, actually? Over to the Tavern District, pick up these armed traders, sure. And I suppose we could dump them at Lavenia Castle. Oros is hopefully well defended. We've got the Khuzaits surrounded. I feel pretty comfortable overall, I'm not gonna lie. Matter of pulling the trigger at the right time. I wish they were still at war with the Battanians, and there'd be like no hesitation. Zero hesitation. But at present they're just at war with the Western Empire, which is an easy war for them to win, is the problem. It's an easy war for them to win. Or they might just opt to, you know, leave it. Is the other thing as well. They might just be like, leave this war behind. We've got Partia poking us on the other side. We'll deal with him first. That's the trouble there. That's the trouble there. Done here? Nope. Couple of upgrades. Good stuff, good stuff. These guys are upgrading quicker than they ever have before, it feels like. We've also been marching around a lot more than ever before. Alright, done here. Another 30 or so defenders, and I'd feel confident, I suppose. Log updated. All good, buddy. All good. Nothing to worry about here. Might actually disband this army entirely so I can travel around and pick stuff up so Ottawa doesn't keep beating me. Good stuff. Pick up some recruits here as well. Don't mind if I do. Down by... We could check out Razi or something as well for making some sales. We might be able to make some money down over there. It is pretty far away from where we were just picking up a bunch of goods, right? Oh, the Han has created an army near Kablab. Why? Are we readying for war with somebody? No declaration of war has any support from the council. That's wild to see. Like, nobody wants war right now. Nobody wants war right now. Wild. Picking up a lot of recruits over here. I wonder if I train them down south over here rather than just dump them as they are to defend castles in the north. All of you up as well. We got room, so that's good. And recruit troops. A bunch over here, some decent, you know, not high quality, but decent quality options as well. Pick all of you up, and let's see what we can trade, if anything. Got some money, but it's not really about that here, is it? Cotton, sure. Special. Linen, nothing special. Really not anything spectacular. For sure. Dump as much of you as we can. There you have it. Velvet. A little bit. All of it. Cool. Sure, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Aserai horses. Nah. Don't need them. We're okay. Done here. Good stuff. Alright, okay. Does Aldahan's army? I'm really confused by the formation of this army. It's almost like I should go to war now. Almost asking me to go to war. Now, these guys aren't marrying or anything either. Like, they're not, as far as I've seen, they've not, like, gone and married anybody. So I wonder if I should, like, offer, you know, my sister or my daughter, well, my daughters are too young, obviously, my sister's hand in marriage or something to keep some of these plans alive. Sorry, kingdom. Aldahan. Yeah, see, like, these guys, I don't even know if I can do that. Let's see. Talk to army leader. Aldahan, your highness, I'm yours to command. Something I'd like to discuss. An alliance between our families through marriage. Whose hand am I offering? Only Alia is available. But do I want to lose Alia? Like, I don't know if I click that and they immediately say yes, and then I've lost Alia. You know? I wouldn't want that to happen. Well, never mind for now. Because he's pretty old as well. I think I need to experiment with this a little bit before I take any chances and lose valuable people to a misunderstanding or something like that. But Aldahan, I mean, again, if he does die, it would be good for him to have somebody to pass all of these holdings on to. Otherwise, I'll take charge of all of them, and that could become a bit difficult to manage, a bit difficult to handle. Now, there are quite a few hideouts that we can take care of. There's bandits roaming these lands that we could perhaps use as an opportunity. Oh, look at the number of defenders over here, by the way. Razi is safe. Subtract 140 from 829. 680 or so defenders. Like, Razi is safe, I would say. So that's good. We don't really have to worry about this front, it doesn't look like. I doubt we'd have to worry about the other front either, honestly. Poros and all that. Head on over to Hubyar over here. Like the center of our... Not even, nowhere near the center. Wild how large our empire is. Pick up any troops over here? Yeah, there we go, that's what I'm talking about. Get to see at least somewhere where we can get some decent quality soldiers easily. You guys up. There you go. Done here. Anything at the Tavern District? One Aserai Arm Trader. Not worth it. Obviously, because we're capped up as well. And how many defenders over here? 821. Well, no, that includes my 300, though. We're looking at 470, approximately, defenders over here. That's not bad. I don't think they're ever going to get to Hubyar, to be perfectly honest. I don't think they'll ever make it down to here. I don't think they'll ever make it down to here. And what can we trade with these guys? Got a decent bit of money. Sell them some wool over here, sure. A little bit. Some hides. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. There you go. Cotton, take that as well. Sure. Some tools. Beautiful. More of this, please. Well, I don't want to dump everything, but maybe it's better to. Rather than hold on to it for a deal I'll never find. Jewelry as well. Sure, why not? There we go. Cool. Done here. Done here. Yeah, done here. And look at that. Skill point in trade. I feel like it just is a better reflection of value for time spent. On the topic of time spent, our time is spent. This is where we're going to call it a session. That was a very, very major change in pace. It's funny thinking back on the chase after Monchuk, but I feel like that still proved valuable in ways different than maybe we expected, or at least than I expected. We had a chance to speak with Talas, made him a viable opportunity, which is a bit of a surprise. We did have a couple of conversations up there as well. We spoke to, who was it, Akram, I believe it was, or Akram, something like that. He seemed marginally interested, I suppose. Unfortunately, Ruma has joined the Khuzait, so hopefully we can rip her away from them sooner rather than later. But honestly, I feel like this front over here is perfectly safe. If an army 1,000 strong comes striking at Hassan Falk or Tamnu Castle, I think these guys are fine. Lavenia Castle is the only one that's a little bit on the weaker side. But like, I think if we go back up there with the people we've carried, with the people we've recruited, carry them up north, drop them off at Lavenia Castle, bring that garrison up to a more well-rounded number, and I feel like we've got that choke point just held without any concerns. Now I wonder if we spend next session training and then move up and drop them off, or just, put in some filler low-tier recruit soldiers. We've hit that 2 million mark as well as far as our finances are concerned, so that's wonderful to see. And as far as the strength of our potential armies, I mean, we could probably gather together quite a few here and get well over 1,000 strong ourselves as well. 350 plus 130, so that's 480, right? 480 plus 300 over here approximately, so 780. 780 plus another 300 over here. Yeah. We can get 1,000 strong together. And it looks like Odhan's army is almost 1,500 strong. No, yeah. Wow. So what do you say? What do you say? I ask my council. Do we bring an end to this ridiculous tribute that we're paying to the Khuzait? Do we declare war upon Monchug once more, despite there being little support for it? But there's no support for any war. How much longer am I going to go around bolstering numbers that are already good? Because there's a tipping point. At one point, people are going to start eating too much food and reducing food stocks, and the garrison's going to start starving. People are going to start dying. Like, there's that to concern ourselves with as well. And of course, as we grow, we do have... I believe everybody is landed, actually. Oh man, these numbers are without any mercenaries. That's huge. I just realized all of our mercenaries have left us. So those numbers are without any mercenaries. That's not bad. That's not bad. Anyway, folks, what I'm thinking is next session, we travel up to Lavenia Castle, drop off our recruits, declare war on the Khuzait, take Donestica, Vostrum, maybe even as far up as Oneira, and bring it an end there if we can, change this this tribute that we're paying them. They are currently at war with the Western Empire only, so not perfect, but maybe with us attacking the Khuzait, the Battanians will once more feel confident in their ability to attack, because the Battanians are not at war with anybody else. They're relatively powerful, if I'm not mistaken, so they might be drawn to war as well just by seeing the Khuzait being attacked by the other side. Oh, you know what? They're pretty powerful themselves as well. These are the superpowers: the Battanians, the Khuzait, and us. We're up there in the number count. Everybody else is small fry, so to speak. Anyway, that's my proposition. Y'all let me know what you think, folks. This has been the final chapter of 2020. I will not be releasing an episode on Friday. It's New Year's Day, so I'll be skipping that one. But the next episode will be on Sunday, and we'll be back to our regular schedule. That'll be the first episode of 2021. Let's make sure we start it right, shall we? As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons who have been supporting this channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, I bid you farewell.